Hello everyone here on DSPReacts. I'm Darkside Phil. Of course, I'm the owner and operator of this channel. I want to say thank you all for almost a year of operation. If you're not aware, it was back in February of 2023 that I launched DSPReacts as a rebranding of my old defunct vlogging channel. And it's gone really well, although this channel definitely has its ups and downs and different things. But the one staple of this channel that has persisted over the year that you guys absolutely love and support is the weekly clip show, DSP versus the Internet. The reason that I'm making this video is because it's a very important video. Please spread the word about it to everyone who likes this channel. We have to change the way the show works because we're being forced to change the way the memberships work on DSPReacts. Right now, the way it works is if you become a standard channel member on this channel, you get to submit clips into a randomized playlist, which we watch every week, and some people get their clips watched and some don't. It's completely random. That way it's fair. And then we have a super supporter level that's in the middle, and that super supporter level means not only do you get to submit clips, but you also get to ask me questions in a Q&A fashion that I answer on the show. If you're an ultra supporter, you're guaranteed to have your clips watched on that show every week. I like having it like that. The formula has worked for the year. We messed around with it a little bit. We got it working perfect. It's like a well-oiled machine, and now every week we do the show, and everyone has a good time. But now we have to change it because of trolling and YouTube loopholes that have been found by malicious parties. What I mean by that, if you haven't been around recently to realize what's going on, someone found a way to use a VPN, which is a virtual private network, to act like they're living somewhere else outside of where they really live. And they found that there are certain countries that if you pretend you live in, you can buy things on YouTube for incredibly cheap. For example, as you know, the standard membership on this channel is $3.99 USD. I don't know what it is in pounds. I think it's a little bit more, perhaps, because of the conversion rate. But they found a way to buy memberships for less than a penny. Dozens of memberships for less than a penny. So this person has maliciously been going around all of my channels, gifting 50 member bombs, 20 member bombs, basically blowing the channels up with memberships, for which I'm going to make maybe a quarter across all the channels. Okay? Now, on my other channels, it doesn't really matter. Who cares if on DSP Gaming or my new throwback channel, DSP Throwback, if that happens, not a big deal. But on this channel, this now essentially changes the way that the DSP versus the Internet show would work. Because right now, just so you guys know, we have around 100 consistent members on this channel who are full paying members. But now, all of a sudden, we have 300 new gifted ones. So now instead of 100 people competing, we have 400. How is it fair to you, the legit member, who paid for your membership on this channel for the right amount of money, that you have to compete with another 300 people out there who did not pay and no money was basically made on those memberships because of a troll, right? It would destroy the show. There's no way I could go through hundreds of submitted clips and make a playlist. It's not fair to those who actually are paying. It's just not fair all around. It's really unfair. And so because of that, we have to change the nature of the show, all right? But sadly, I have to do it in a very weird and difficult way, and it's not the way I want to do it. I have to do it in order to prevent that when I change these membership levels around and make new ones, that basically these trolls cannot keep gifting memberships and ruin the channel again. So the only way to do that, all right, is to make it so that the tier of membership where you can submit clips for DSP versus the Internet is high enough above the standard member level that it cannot be gifted. Just so you know, I know this is sounding very technical, on YouTube will gift a membership all the way up to $5 in value. At $5, it stops. So the only way you can get a gifted membership on YouTube is if you have a membership level that's below $5. So you might say, well, that's a no-brainer then. Make a membership level that's just above $5. Well, I'd love to do that, but you can't. On YouTube, you can only do it by 99-cent increments. So the only way I can prevent someone from spamming these fake illegitimate memberships and affecting the show is to have a member level that's $5.99 USD in order to submit clips for the show, okay? But there's a problem with that. You guys right now are only paying $3.99 USD. I'm not just going to do a $2 price increase. That wouldn't be fair, okay? I'm not going to charge you $2 more for the same exact thing you have because some troll wants to mess with us. You know, you didn't do anything wrong. Why would you have to pay more for the same? I'm not Netflix. I'm not Disney Plus. I'm not going to start raising prices and charging more for the same content. All right. So here's the solution, but this creates another challenge. Okay. The solution is, here's what I'm going to do. this week, probably within 1 to 2 days of me uploading this video, I'm going to cancel the standard and super level memberships of this channel. That is the vast majority of you. I think there's 2 super members, but there's like 90 something standard members. I'm going to cancel them all. All right? When that happens, none of you will be members anymore. All right? What I'm going to do is create new categories. The first category will just be cheap. It'll be whatever the cheapest is that you can make a standard category. Whether that's $1, $2, I don't know. I have to figure that out. But that's just going to be, if you do subscribe to that category, it's going to be entry member. That's what I'm going to call it. It's basically just going to be emotes and a chat crown badge. That's all you get for entry member. If you become the submissions level member, that's going to be the middle level member, and that's going to be $5.99. You now will get 2 different kind of submissions a week. Number 1, you'll be able to submit 2 clips to this thread just like you always did for the $3.99 membership, and you'll be in that randomized playlist just like it used to be. But in order to give you added value, now what I'm going to do is make the questions also the same exact submission method. So I will have a thread. You guys will post up Q&A questions in that thread, 1 each. I'll let you post up 1 question each, so that way we don't get flooded. And then I'm going to have a randomized selection method where every week, probably when we start part 5 of the show, for about 20 minutes, I'm just going to pick maybe 4 to 5 random questions out of that list and answer them live on the show. So you're getting added value. You have a chance to have your clip watched, and now you also have a chance to get your question answered on the show. If you are a super member, you're essentially getting exactly what you used to get, but now it's cheaper. If you were a standard member, yeah, this new submissions tier of member is going to be $2 more than what you used to pay USD. And there's nothing I can do about that. This is the only way to prevent an inflood of fake, illegitimate memberships, and that would now make it impossible for people's clips to get watched. It would be such a small chance. It's not fair, okay? So I have to do this. And I'm sorry, I don't want to do it. My hand is being forced. And here's the other factor that's really important. This channel, the vast majority of income that it makes for me is memberships. I don't get much or any ad revenue on the videos on this channel because when we do this show, DSP versus the internet, those clips get claimed almost every single time. There's always content from someone else that I get a third-party claim, can't monetize it anymore. So really, the only thing making this channel viable to operate is the member fee that you guys pay. That's the income I get. So if all these people now, I lose these memberships, and if you guys don't rejoin, this channel is going to end up being more work than any kind of income, and I'm not going to be able to keep doing it. And I don't want that to happen. I want to keep doing DSP versus the internet. I want to keep doing tier makers. I want to do food vlogging like I've been doing. You know, my wife makes food, or we order food for, Feasting with Phil. I like doing the reviews. I did a bunch of reviews for Halloween and a bunch for Christmas, and I want to do seasonal reviews. Hell, Fallout's coming out later this year, and I want to review that TV show. So I want this channel to exist, but I can't keep operating it on no income. So I need your buy-in here, all right? What I'd like to do, I'm posting this video up right now so you're all aware of what's going on. Please, let me know, respond, and let me know, would you get the new membership tier? You're going to lose whatever membership you had because it's not going to exist anymore. Would you get the $5.99 membership tier? Or, on the flip side of that, maybe you like the channel so much you would get the Ultra member tier. That's not changing. Anyone here who's an Ultra member, it's exactly the same. That's never going to change. So that you don't have to worry about. But it really is the fact that I have like 90 plus standard members that are going to be lost. And I need you all to convert over to this new submissions member tier in order to be troll free. All right. I hope most of you will make the shift. I know when change comes, a lot of people are resistant to it and a lot of people don't want to do it. This is not a change I want, nor a change that I wish I could avoid it. It's the only way to keep the channel running. And what we're going to have to do is once this change happens, see if it's viable. And if it doesn't work, if a bunch of people don't come over, then I don't know what's going to happen to this channel. And again, I don't want this channel to be defunct because of the actions of a bunch of malicious people. All right. So please consider it. All right. Think about it. $2 more a month, but you get more for it. All right. So I'm going to look for your feedback. Probably talk about this more on the podcast for the next day, and likely later this week, probably around Wednesday, Thursday-ish, I'm probably going to do this change. I need to give you guys time to submit the clips for Sunday's show. So I need to do that change, right away. So thank you for listening. Thank you for understanding. Please give me your feedback, and hopefully we can have this resolved within a day or two, and we can get back to normal around here on DSP Reacts, okay? Thank you all for listening and understanding. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.